Hey, y'all. Calvin Allen here. So, this has been a real doozy for me. So, I had recently bought off somebody else a MPK Mini version 2. I think they have the 3 or the 3 Play, or there's a lot of newer ones nowadays. But, anyways, I got this one because I wanted to use its pads to do drum beats. So, little did I know how weird and complicated this was going to be. So if you're in a similar situation, I hope this video will help you. So I want this to be able to be mapped to different drums. Sorry. So I would like to have this one as a kick drum. This is a snare. These three as the different articulations of the hi-hat. But when you first get the device, it's basically on just a whole bunch of random stuff that you don't want. And so then you'd think, okay, I would just use the editor. Maybe you have other MIDI devices like MIDI faders or something else similar to this. So you thought, okay, yeah, no brainer, just download the editor and everything's going to work fine. So maybe you are like me and you have the Mac M1 chip with Ventura, and that's what your computer came with when you first got it. So you're kind of stuck with it. I mean, maybe you can go back and all that good stuff, but for all intensive purposes, you're stuck with it. And for some reason, right now, when you try to edit the MIDI stuff in the editor, so you're going to see my mouse kind of in two spots, so just bear with me right now, but it's right there. So let's say, okay, I want to click that, and I want to change some MIDI stuff. Hey. Oh, it closed on me. So right now it's not supported on, it might work with M1, but it doesn't work on Ventura, that OS right now. So it closed the app, so I'm reopening it again. So here it is again. So I can't change the MIDI mapping on here. What on earth? So something I randomly found was these different numbers that you see up here correlate to the MIDI notes as well. Certain software will show you the MIDI note and also the number that corresponds with that MIDI note as well. And I noticed that when I changed the numbers, hey, look, it's not, the app did not crash on me. Right now, I do not know what note, well, you can see what note it is now, but before I put in that random number, I didn't know what note it was going to be. You can find online what that note will be, or you can use different software that will not only show you the note, but it will also show you the number that corresponds with that. So I have this other software open called, I like to call it OSC Ulator. So this is using OSC, Open Sound Control Protocol, to do a whole bunch of different stuff, but it also utilizes MIDI. So when I'm over here, I'm going to clear this real quick. So when I'm over here, you can see my MIDI note coming through. All right, so I'm hitting that note. And now let me go back over here real quick. Sorry, I'm kind of blind right now. I'm getting old. But anyways, I'm hitting the note, and you'll see down here that it's saying it's a G sharp 1. But wait, this is saying G sharp 2 up here. So what on earth is happening? So for some reason right now, I don't know why, and it's also not just on the Ventura one that's already glitchy because if you try to change the MIDI notes, it's going to crash on you. I tried this on a Windows computer as well, and the MIDI mapping is doing the same thing where I have it programmed in here as G sharp 2, but as you can see, as I'm hitting that one, it's showing up as G sharp 1. That is so weird. So I've had to go up a whole octave on the note to be able to get the desired note that I needed to map to for drums, for instance. So I'm actually going to pull up one that I've already built on a Windows and then brought it over here, because even saving on here with the way that it's interacting with this current OS, it's not going to save it, or it's going to say it's a weird file. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to go to my file that I have on here. So now this is the instance with the notes where I want things to be, and I want to update the actual MIDI controller. I'm going to press apply and OK. And so as an example, to see that it's connecting, this was also weird for me. It was not working perfectly at first, but then after a while, it started to work and connect and make sense. So sometimes I had to press this several times up here to make it connect to this. But as you can see, it's connecting. I'm going to turn this off and then go to the RAM. And now you see it's disappeared. So the RAM is basically like a flash memory. So if you switch to the programs on here, so if you go to different programs, program select is right here, and you'll see this light up, and you have these different programs that you can press between. So now I'm back to the program. Fortunately, the program that I already have on here is the one that I want. So now, look at that. It's not playing those weird notes. It's actually playing what I wanted it to. All right, so now I have it programmed on here. So what you're hearing is audio from main stage, where I have this MIDI controller going into, and it's utilizing a contact drum machine that is giving us those notes. But for the longest time, I couldn't find a video that let me know that there was a glitch with the way the MIDI mapping is going, which is weird. I mean, why would anyone think that? I don't even really know how I figured that out, but that's the issue. And as you can see over here, when I'm playing the notes, this is saying C1. But over here, it's saying I have it mapped as C2. It's so weird. I don't know why the company has it like this right now. I'm sure it's a glitch or an error, but it's happening on Windows and it's happening on Mac. So what's up, guys? Has anybody else run into this issue? Have they already reached out to the company and they actually already know that this is an issue and they're working on it? Let me know, because I have no idea. But anyways, this finally made it work for me, because if I had hair, I would have pulled it out by now after today, because I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea why it wasn't connecting, why it wasn't working. And then after I got it to connect, why the notes were saying one thing here, but I wasn't seeing it connecting in my DAW or in main stage or whatever I was utilizing. So now you know, you have to currently set it up an octave higher than the note you actually want, so that way it will actually map to the drum or the note or whatever it is that you want it to connect to using your pads. So I hope this was helpful. And again, God loves you. He is for you. And the best place to be is hidden in Him. He's the reason why I was able to figure this out, because I couldn't have done it in my own wisdom. So choose Him today. All right, y'all. I will see you later.